to the Investing Podcast presented by Tusk Media. For a quick audio and video check-in on the stock market, here's the Stock Market Power Lunch.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Stock Market Power Lunch presented by Tusk Media, the Investing Podcast. Here we are. I'm back. Not by popular demand. It's because Andrew's out for lunch. So deal with it. Here I am, going to give you the updates. Let's get right into the topics. First topic, this is going to be a recurring segment for me. If I can leave my mark on this podcast in any way, I want to be known for this segment. A little segment we like to call Pep Talk. So here it is. Never give up. Moving on, we have grit. I went this morning, and one of my recurring responsibilities working on the podcast is I write the description for the episodes. Not every day, but when I'm in, so Mondays and Fridays. This morning, I went out on a limb, and I said, I called our podcast the world's grittiest podcast. People are wanting me to prove that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do just that. Here we are in the studio, Tusk Media Lab, and I'm going to give myself the self-diagnosis of the chalk lung. It's severe. It's really impacted my life in a lot of ways. Basically what it is there's this thick haze of chalk in the air by using our chalkboard here as much as we do. No problem. We're going to fight through it because we're a gritty podcast and we do whatever it takes to get the content out to you, our beloved listeners. So yeah, I don't know what else I would have to do to prove that we're the grittiest podcast. There you have it. Let's give a market update. Check in on the major indices. The Dow's down about 0.5%. S&P also down about 0.5%. NASDAQ down about 0.25%, so not feeling as much loss, but still down. Gold's down about 0.75%. Oil down 2%, so feeling the loss there. On the bright side, Sprint is up 20%. And buzzword here, you haven't heard enough about it, but Pokemon Go is, I looked on the website, didn't have to dig very deep to find out why they're up so much. Killed earnings this morning. And the first thing on their website is, hey, we love Pokemon Go, and come into a Sprint store. We've got lures, we've got free courtesy charging stations for your phones that are constantly dying, and we've got Pokemon experts. So no brainer there that they're up 20% and just killing it today. Riding the phenomena of Pokemon Go, and they're crushing it. We're going to check back in on Verizon and YHOO. They're both down after the big merger that was announced. Verizon is, or not so merger, but acquisition. Verizon buying YHOO. Verizon's down about 0.5%. YHOO down, I think, 2%. So we'll keep an eye on them. And another thing we want to check in on is, Andrew mentioned it this morning, but I'm going to talk it up some more. 5-star reviews, we want them, and specifically, we're going to start the Intern Roast 5-star review. So I'm going to go ahead and kick things off. A segment that I wanted to do last week when I was on the podcast afterwards, a little segment I like to call Corrections. So I was watching back, and it was very, very frustrating. I don't think I looked at the camera once. So, boom, roasted. I look terrified, for one thing. Hopefully I've got some poise today, some composure. I'm intentionally looking right into the camera right now, so I think things are looking up for me. I've regained some, and I've lost it. See, I just went on a tangent there, and I had no idea where I was going. Bear with me. This is only my second time. No shame. I'm not even going to edit that out. Have a good afternoon. We'll check back in with you at the Investing Happy Hour. Have a good one, folks.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are our professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.